So what's going on, guys? It's Miles back with another reaction video, guys. These women are getting cooked in dating. They're absolutely getting cooked. They don't stand a chance. And dating's not going to get any better, guys. It's going to get worse. So we got two different videos to prove just how desperate and just how down bad these women truly are. Let's not waste no time. Let's get right into this. Hit that like button for me. Let's go.
There's too many whores now. Like, not in a bad way. I don't care what other people do, but there is so many whores that there's nothing mysterious anymore. Like, you can open your phone, whore, as soon as you open your phone.
Yeah, guys, this is why good women get overlooked in a certain sense, right? Um, so think about it like this, guy. Okay, you got a good woman, first of all, she's gonna say that she's celebrating and she has low body count. First of all, you don't even want to believe it, and you can't believe it because there's so many different women out here that are lying to you. And then as soon as you go down that rabbit hole of trying to believe her, that's when you have all these different problems, and you're gonna be mad at yourself for believing this woman to be lying. But let's just say she's telling the truth. Well, since there's so many 304s giving it up to you willingly, what makes you wait for the good woman when you can sleep with three women within the time frame that she's willing to give it up? And so good women are they get kind of overlooked in that certain sense. And women, they try to have put up a vetting tool and try to withhold the sex, but it doesn't work because there's too many other women that are giving it out freely. So her vetting process doesn't work. And so that's how she gets pushed to the side. And these men keep going to different women. And then also what she's talking about is, I mean, when you look out into the world today, social media, X-rated videos and tights and all kind of stuff, there's no secret anymore. Women's butt cheeks are all over the internet, and in public by the different tights they wear. So there is no mystery anymore. Everybody's desensitized. Now, let's go to this next woman. Let's see what she has to say.
For single guys or
Let's start this over from the beginning. Hit that like button for me, guys.
this is a question for single guys or just guys in general. When you were single, or if you're single, you're in a social setting and you want to approach a girl, is it more likely for you to approach a girl that's like a 7 out of 10 or under versus a girl that's 10 out of 10? I say this all because I had a girlfriend that's like drop dead gorgeous, maybe an 11 out of 10, right? Like perfect body, amazing personality, beautiful. Guys would never talk to her. We would go out. Guys never gave her the time of day, would never approach her, never talk to her. I had other friends that were definitely under a 7, maybe under a 5. Constantly, guys sending over drinks, guys coming up and approaching them. And my thought is because there's less likely they would get rejected for a girl that's a 7 out of 10 or under versus the 10 out of 10. They're afraid that if they approach the 10 out of 10, maybe she'll reject them or not give them the time of day, where they're not going to close the deal there. But if they go for a 7 out of 10 or a 5 out of 10, whatever, it's more likely that they're going to give them the attention. But really, the 10 out of 10 would have given them attention if they would have just approached with confidence, kindness, being a gentleman, and still been able to get her phone number or start the conversation, because she never got approached. She wasn't giving like the resting bitch face or anything like that. She still was interacting with friends. She wasn't on her phone. So just really curious. Let me know in the comments. I want to know what your thought is on this.
Women are getting mad that they're not getting approached, guys. They're mad they're not getting approached, guys. There's numerous reasons. It's not just one reason why these women aren't getting approached. That's one reason. Some guys would rather shoot low and hit than to aim high and miss. And so there is some truth to that, to what she's saying, but there's a lot of different other factors that go into that as well. And we're going to go into that and break that down bit by bit, her talking points. Before we get into that, gotta do a little bit of ground keeping. Like the video, comment your thoughts below so far. subscribe to the channel if you guys are enjoying this type of content. Share the video, like the video. If you guys want to donate, all the ways you can are in the description, and the Cash App is right here. Whatever dollar amount it is worth to you. Now, there is numerous reasons why she isn't getting approached. Now, granted, there's Me Too and all this ridiculous stuff. You're afraid to get embarrassed on social media because you approached a woman and she's recording you, and it gets millions of views. And now you don't want to get a sexual harassment, or be called a creep and be made fun of on and be humiliated because you thought a woman was attractive and you wanted to say hi. So yeah, there's a portion of that going on as well. But women, they like to overestimate each other and themselves, and that's the problem. Because right off the rip, let's go back.
This is a question for single guys or just guys in general. When you were single, or if you're single, you're in a social setting and you want to approach a girl, is it more likely for you to approach a girl that's like a 7 out of 10 or under versus a girl that's 10 out of 10? I say this all because
Typically, guys are going to approach who's ever, has the body language gives off that she wants to be approached. Typically, that's typically
I had a
open body language, approachable body language.
girlfriend that's like drop dead gorgeous, maybe an 11 out of 10.
Now, this is the disingenuousness, because as a woman, she might look at the other woman and think that she's drop dead gorgeous. How many times have you guys heard that? Where you think like this woman will be overselling her friend, like she's perfect, and she does all this stuff. She can cook and clean, and she's curvy. And then you see the woman and you like, she's a plain Jane. So women overestimate what men find attractive. And so that woman could possibly not be that attractive. She probably is overselling. She probably is an 11 out of 10. And probably the women that are, she calls a 4 or 5 and 6 are probably a little bit more attractive than, she gives them credit for it. Women are jealous of each other.
Right? Like perfect body, amazing personality, beautiful. Guys,
they always say that beautiful personality. They always put the personality piece in there. They never say, she can do this and that, and she's valuable and she brings this to the table. No, it's always looks and personality. She's funny. When was the last time you guys heard a woman that was actually funny? Very rare.
would never talk to her. We would go out. Guys never gave her the time of day, would never approach her, never talk to her. I had other
probably RBF, closed off body language, not giving enough choosing signals, or maybe the guys just aren't attracted to that kind of woman, depending on where she's going. I mean, if she's 11 out of 10, then she should be going to these high-end bars. And, she's 11 out of 10, she should never be single. So, but I mean, there is a percentage of guys out there that would rather they have low self-esteem and they wouldn't risk that rejection.
friends that were definitely under a 7, maybe under a 5. Constantly, guys sending over drinks, guys coming up and approaching them.
What does she define by under a 5? Like, what are you really talking about? What is she really? She never broke that down. And so her scale is off tremendously, probably, guys.
And my thought is because there's less likely they would get rejected for a girl that's a 7 out of 10 or under versus the 10 out of 10.
Yeah, there's some truth to that. This is why, the overweight women got attitudes and entitlement too. It's crazy out here, guys. You have overweight women that are single moms talking about what she demands for in a man. Baby, you just smash material. That's how you got a kid in the first place. You held on to the guy because you lucked up and got him because he just wanted a slow Tuesday. You was a slow Tuesday, and he slipped up and took the condom off, and now you want to have the kid because that's that's the bestest that you gonna ever attract.
They're afraid that if they approach the 10 out of 10, maybe she'll reject them or not give them the time.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. Whenever I go out, I don't see any guys approaching any women. I don't think it really has anything to do with attractive level or anything like that. I think dudes are just literally fed up with dating. They're fed up with women's entitlement. They're fed up with feminism. They're fed up with all the unrealistic expectations. They're fed up with all of it. That's what I see in real life. They not talking to the attractive chicks, the overweight chicks. None of y'all. Y'all go to the club and y'all dance with each other because you have to. There's no dudes approaching at all. That's what I see. You guys could be seeing something else, but that's what I see in the DFW area.
Time of day where they're not going to close the deal there. But if they go for a 7 out of 10 or a 5 out of 10, whatever, it's more likely that they're going to give them the attention. But really, the 10 out of 10 would have given them attention if they would have just approached with confidence.
And you never know, like the 10 out of 10s, these women, whenever you go out, some of these women are attention, 304s, and they will pretend to be nice, all that stuff, and have you buy her a drink and get some attention and not want to do anything with you. She just wants the attention, the free drinks and stuff. And so that's another usury tactic that men have caught on to that isn't working anymore. But that is my video, guys. I appreciate you guys staying to the end. I appreciate you guys staying here rocking with me. You guys have a good rest of your day, good rest of your week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys next one, man. Peace.